ring you, Christopher Browell.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07762471196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussein here, once again leaving yourself a message, daily message. This, I believe, is message number 70. 70 messages I've left on your phone since the 31st of August 2023. It's now been 93 days. That my brother's been kidnapped and are unlawfully held in your custody and care. It is simply inexcusable that you can simply abduct my brother like this and not give me any information about his whereabouts and welfare. We've had this discussion many times before. You don't have a legal right to do this, and all I'm asking for is information. And you have basically abducted my brother, refusing to tell me exactly where he is. It's been 93 days. That we have no idea where he is, and now we're told that you, the local authority, have instructed the police force to extend the bail situation until the 4th of February. That'll be 180 days that you've abducted my brother without any legal framework in place. My brother has not consented to this. He would never you've got no legal authorization to hold him captive like this, and deny his access to our own brother. My brother has inalienable human rights that you're denying him access to his own family. You're denying him access to representation. You're denying him everything. You're holding him captive like this in order to forcibly put through a capacity assessment, which you then were trying to do in the court of protection case and failed miserably in, and then subsequently have been instructed the Manningham Housing Association, or should I say fronting the Manningham Housing Association, to now force this capacity assessment through. What you're going to end up killing the person, and then you say we've got capacity assessment that proves what? That he lacks capacity, and so you get to take control of all his finances, all his rights, just because you can get one of your friends to sign out a capacity assessment. Don't be ridiculous. That's not how the law works. I can get one of my friends to get a capacity assessment about you and then take away all your rights and freedoms and liberties. The law doesn't work that way, and quite clearly I'm exasperated because I'm leaving a message every single day, and this is quite clearly incumbent upon yourselves to give us a response, to deal with us directly. What you think is that, oh, we can do a quick smash and grab, take the person, and then we don't have to deal with me anymore. Obviously, I'm not going to go away. He's my brother at the end of the day. I have a duty of care to him, just like I had a duty of care to my mother, whom you did a smash and grab to and just get kidnapped and would not let us see her, and then eventually killed her off. Do you think that's just going to all go away now? Have you just buried that situation? My mother was murdered by you people, just as my brother Nazem was murdered by you people, just as my father's been murdered by you people. I want to say you people, I'm on about the Adult Safeguarding Board, the Bradford Council, in collaboration with all your conspirators and collaborators. Now we're in this situation today. It's 93 days that my brother's been deprived of his liberty, and you must know it's a deprivation of his liberty, because in the case of my mother, it was recognized by the High Court that it was a deprivation of her liberty, but it was deemed necessary in her best interest. Now, how can you even state the fact that you're depriving my brother of his liberty because it's in his best interest, while you financially plunder and profiteer from him? There's quite clearly fraud and deception been taking out throughout this case. You have no right to be his DWP appointee. I was his DWP appointee. I never gave that up. In the case of my mother, I was her DWP appointee. I never gave that up. And even though you incarcerated me and sent me wrongfully to prison, I was still her DWP appointee. You can't remove the DWP appointee just willy-nilly like this. But you have friends. You, the local authority, have friends and associates in the Department of Work and Pension, just like you have friends and associates in the court of protection, the judiciary, the county courts. All of these are like fifth column agents that work for you and manipulate the situation situation and create and commit fraud on your behalf in order for you to create this narrative. Mr. Browell, it's now been 93 days. I'm exhausted and exasperated of your refusal to reply and putting us into this situation where you're effectively targeting and victimizing me for your own systemic failures. I have a right to see my brother. More importantly, my sister in Oldham, who's worried sick about our brother, has a right to know about his welfare. We have inalienable human rights to a family life. You have destroyed this. You are refusing to engage with me. You're refusing to provide us with any information. There will be consequences for these actions, Mr. Browell and the local authority. How dare you come and take my brother like this, instruct the police to arrest me, and then put bail conditions where I can't see my brother. You've not proven anything. I remind myself that in 2014, when I was threatened to murder Talib, and I had wrote to Mark Truin stating the fact that I've taken kitchen knife and slit his throat, you didn't stop me from caring for him then. So in 2014, when I've threatened to murder him, I've even sent an email to Mark Truin saying I've taken kitchen knife and slit in his throat. You didn't have an issue then. You're quite happy for me to continue to care for him. When I said to in 2014, you were quite happy for me to return, for him to be in my care. And then subsequently in 2018, when you kidnapped him, you were quite happy to release him back into my care. And now all of a sudden you've got no basis of taking my brother and you're holding him captive like this. It's a lovely day today. I wanted me and my brother should be spending time together in the sunshine. I have a care package for him that I've been providing that was not sustainable because you had stolen all his money. Now, once again, Mr. Browell, I'm asking you, the council, to engage with me. This situation is now lining.
15 seconds recording time remaining.
Mr. Browell, this situation is clearly lining up for a fatality. All right, you're going to kill my brother. You're going to end up murdering him or killing him in your care by denying him access to any emotional support. Quite clearly, he needs access to his family to provide emotional support. What, are you going to hug and kiss him? Are you going to provide him with emotional support? Is anybody?
Your recording time has expired. To leave your message, press 1. To review message, press 2. To re-record message, press 3. To cancel message sent. Thank you.
Okay, it's getting very exasperating having to deal with this person day in, day out, all right? I'm sending a message every single day and making no progress, having no development on this matter. They simply just come and take my brother 93 days later. We have no idea where he is. We're obviously worried sick about him. He needs to know that we are still alive. We need to know that he's still alive. And the state is simply interfering in our private life and stating that, no, we don't need to. We can just take somebody as we want, willy-nilly, hold him incarcerated in custody and care without any legal or lawful framework, and deny him access to anything, any kind of support services, any kind of deny him any kind of representation, deny him any of his legal rights, and the right to complain, the right to refuse. All that's been denied. What you need to do is they're basically putting a gun to his head and saying, look, partake in this capacity assessment for our benefit, because if you remain if you don't participate, it's going to undermine our criminal conviction. And that's what it all comes down to. It's all they're doing all this stuff because they're fraudulently or wrongfully criminally convicted me and then taken away over £750,000 from us, from our family trust fund, and got everybody to collude and conspire to achieve their objective. And now we're in this situation where I am left looking around saying, well, how have you done this? How exactly has this been achieved? Because my mother and my brother have given me authority. The two other people that you've convicted me of were dead at the time. All right, I did everything legally and lawfully. Every time, I don't need to do criminality. The money was not a problem. I was getting everybody's money. The problem was the deficit in care. I was one person looking to provide care for 4 people, which I was struggling with. So it was a caring issue, not a financial fraud issue. And also it was a labour exploitation issue. The local authority were looking to utilize me and use my labour for free in order to achieve their objectives. And then when I turned around and said, no, I'm going to start charging you, they turned around and said, we're going to criminally convict you and smear in a smear campaign. And now they've taken my brother. Every day I'm ringing up and asking them to just find some information. Like, where is he? You can't just take somebody like this and not tell us where he is. You've got no legal framework in place. You've not established that he lacks mental capacity. It's all fraud and deception and corruption, and it's all been perpetrated perpetrated by the judges and the judiciary in collusion with everybody else in order to further disadvantage and disregard us. It's just simply diabolical that I'm being put into this position where I'm not given any information. I'm left to wonder where he is and causing me this is quite clearly strategic in order to cause me anxiety and distress and cause me to have a mental breakdown through worrying and through worry alone.